How we get on, people? Luke here from LAGFX. We are back today with a new Learn to Trade video. In today's video, I'm going to touch specifically on entering in markets via scalp-like positions. So what we're going to do is we're going to hone in on the 1, 5, and 15 minutes. But before we do that, it's very important that we have a good understanding on the overall bias of a market. So I have actually created a longer version of this video, completing a full top-down analysis, going through my strategy and the importance of following the plan. So looking for 3 breaks of structure, followed by 3 penetrations of areas of interest. Whereas in this video, I'm literally just going to touch base and show you key examples of this strategy working and key examples of where you can find these areas of interest. So if you are someone that's struggling to understand where to find areas of interest, this is the video for you. So first and foremost, it's very important that we get a good understanding on the market that we are looking at. You know, we're here on the 4-hour time frames. We look at the structure of this market. It's quite evident that this is a bullish market. And if we just get our path tool out just to show this, you can see here that we have a low, followed by a high, followed by a low, followed by a higher high. Clear bullish structure in the market. We just want to move this to the middle just so you can kind of see that bullishness a little bit more clearly. This here, yes, is considered a double bottom. This is price just finishing its corrective wave before starting its new impulsive one. Now what we're seeing here now is price pulling back to set a new higher low before going on to set a new higher high. So my thoughts are that price has actually finished creating its next higher low, and it's going on to now create a new higher high. And the reason for this is because if we zoom in slightly here, you can see that what we have is a penetration of a fair value gap. So we look at 3 candles. We look at, first and foremost, the gap in a market, the inefficient structure. We look at the first and the third candle. So in a bullish market, we look at the top of the first candle and the bottom of the third one. So as you can see, this is the fair value gap. And as we scroll over, you can see that price has traded perfectly into the 50% mark. And what we are now seeing is price putting in new bullish structure here on the fractal timeframes. So for the NZD USD, I would be looking to buy into this market just based on that there. Now, in order for me to have the confirmation to look to go long, we need to make sure that we've been delivered with our breaks of structure to the upside, which we have done. This high here created the lowest low, therefore we have had a break in structure because price is now trading above that. That tells me that price is now trading in a bullish way. So how would I look to place positions in this market? Let's just neaten things up ever so slightly. Well, quite evidently we have a gap here that needs to be cleared. So price is actually trading in this at the moment, probably expecting price to come to the 50% mark, reject to the upside. So we could look to trade and place positions, bullish positions from this area here. If we look at prehistoric data and where we could have entered, from previous areas, we can see here that we have another penetration of a fair value gap. So we look at the top of the first candle and the bottom of the third one. We drag this across. You can see price is traded into that 50% mark. You can see that we would have been delivered with a beautiful bullish opportunity, a very, very refined entry here. No larger, obviously with spreads, we need to account for spreads. So I'd add 3 pips on, so probably looking at a 4 pip stop loss. But we have a beautiful risk reward ratio here of a 1 to 13, so potentially 13% from a trading opportunity there. So that's just one example, okay, of our fair value gaps and order blocks. So just remember, in a bullish impulsive wave, we are looking at the top of the first candle and the bottom of the third candle. Now, in a bearish opportunity, we are looking for the opposite, okay? So we are looking at the top of the first candle and the bottom of the third candle. So this is the top of the first, bottom of the third, and you can see price has traded into this fair value gap before trading us to the downside. So just remember, when we are looking at fair value gaps in a bearish market, it's the top of the first, bottom of the third, and we are looking for inefficient structure. And in a bullish opportunity, we are looking for the top of the first and the bottom of the third, okay? It's the same principles, just reversed. Now, when we are looking for order blocks or hidden order blocks, this is when things get a little bit trickier. But if you understand the open and closes of candles, then this should be easy for you. So you can see here, if we just zoom right in here, you can see that we have a small wick here and a small wick to the upside. This right here represents bullish structure. So this right here represents an area of supply. The reason for this is because price would have traded in a bearish way to create the bottom of this wick. Price has then closed up here, which means bullishness was introduced. A new candle has opened and we've had a continuation in bullish structure. So therefore, this right here represents an unmitigated area of supply because there's bullishness within this area of bearish structure that hasn't been mitigated. Price never comes to trade into this area and clear this area of inefficiency. Now, as we drag this across, you can see that price trades into this zone perfectly and delivers us with a bearish opportunity. Now, if we want to see or find more obvious areas of supply or more obvious order blocks, then we would look at things like this. This is clearly bullishness within a bearish leg. Again, it had been left unmitigated because price never came to trade into this. Now, as we drag it across, you can see that price trades into this perfectly before trading us lower in the market. Again, offering us a bearish opportunity to go short in this market. So that's two examples of an order block and a hidden order block. If it's a hidden order block, we are looking at areas like this, where it's a wick to the downside followed by a wick to the upside. Hidden order blocks are always going to look like this in bearish markets. So areas of supply are always going to look like this if we are looking for hidden order blocks. Now, as you can imagine, if we are looking for areas of demand, then it's going to be the opposite. So we are going to have a wick to the upside followed by a wick to the downside. And what does that represent? Well, that represents bearish structure within a bullish leg. Okay, so if we just get an example up here, let's have a look through the structure at the moment and see if we can find a key example. Bearing in mind, this analysis here in this video that I'm creating is completely fresh. I've not done any analysis prior to this video, so just be patient with me whilst I find a key example here. What we might need to do is just go to the higher time frames just to see if we can find some more obvious areas. Okay, perfect. So this is a clear order block. This isn't a hidden one. This is a clear order block. As you can see, we have bearish structure within a bullish leg. Price has traded into this perfectly, giving us a bullish opportunity. So this isn't a hidden order block as such. This is a clear one. We have the same again here. Only offers us a fractal opportunity, but it's still an opportunity nevertheless. So there's two clear order block examples. I'm just trying to find a hidden one now for you all. Okay, perfect. So we have one here. So this wick to the upside followed by a wick to the downside, and as you can see, price trades in perfectly, offers us a bullish opportunity. So that there is a key example of a hidden demand order block there in bullish structure, giving us the opportunity to buy into the market. So throughout this video, I've given you multiple examples. I've given you two fair value gaps, one for a bullish market, one for a bearish one. I've given you two hidden order blocks, one for a bullish market, one for a bearish one. And I've given you two clear order blocks, again, both for a bullish market and a bearish one. So just remember the characteristics, okay? When we are looking for a hidden order block in a bullish market, we are looking for a wick to the upside followed by a wick to the downside. Sometimes we may just have a wick to the downside. Sometimes we may just have a wick to the upside, and then price is just, starts here like this and shoots up. But the main thing we are looking for is that inefficiency, price that never trades down and into it. For a bearish opportunity, we are looking for wick to the downside followed by wick to the upside, that giving us the opportunity to shorten a market. I mean, here is another key example. This whole area here, price trades in beautifully before trading us lower. I mean, we have another key area here. I don't know if I marked this out earlier, but there's another key example. We have examples all over the place because it happens all of the time. It's very obvious. Once you see it, it's hard to unsee it. So just get used to looking at these areas and looking for these order blocks and hidden order blocks. I mean, here's another one, wick to the downside followed by wick to the upside. So this is another supply zone. Price trades in beautifully. So just remember the characteristics. If you don't remember, go back on the video, listen to what I've said, make notes on a notepad or a piece of paper and have it by your desk when you're looking at the charts for the characteristics that you're looking for. And then all you need to do essentially is find the bias of a market. So look at the higher time frames, figure out the bias. Is it a bullish or a bearish market? If it's a bearish market, look to short. If it's a bullish market, look to go long. Remember, the trend is your friend and you should always be trading with the prevailing trend. Once you've got that unlocked, then all you need to be doing is looking for these key areas of interest. So write down the characteristics, wait for price to trade in, and get yourself involved in the markets. If you want a more in-depth look into this, leave the suggestions below. If you are still struggling with the things I've gone through in today's video, again, leave the suggestions below, leave some comments below, and I am more than happy to create a more in-depth video around this. If there's anything else you're unsure about, structural laws in a market, if you want me to go over some indicators or trend lines or anything like that, then let me know. You name it. I can make videos on it. As you guys know, I've been in the industry over 8 years now, so I have a vast knowledge surrounding Forex, and I'm more than happy to create videos on subjects and topics that you guys may be unsure about. But I hope this clears a few things up, and I hope this video has helped. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. All the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. Now, with all that being said, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next Learn to Trade video.